Hello and welcome to the Kayden Show, today's best country mix. And joining us here today is Kathyrn Genovese. Kathyrn, first and foremost, thanks so much for coming on.
Oh, you're so welcome there.
So let's get started by getting to know you a bit and how you got started in writing. And tell us about your book.
Hi, Kayden. I just got really tired of being the same person. I mean, once you get older, you just realize the mistakes that you have made, and you try to overcome or just try to because you can never take not time back, which is a shame. So wrote the book just to help other people is what I did because it touches every aspect in life. I mean, every aspect. The book is really thorough. It's raw. So if you're a person that does not get the simple stuff or nothing about the street or anything like it, you're gonna not understand the book. The majority of the people that email me back, the women, they said all they did was cry. The majority of the people that buy the book are 79% men that buy the book, which is some, but the book's doing great. I'm in Google, I'm on 3 pages, I'm in Yahoo, I'm in 4 magazines. I have a trailer. The website is Kathyrn, um, uh, thedigitalproject.com. And like I said, I have a trailer, but my emails where you can get a hold of just contact me and then I will contact you, contact the person that contacts me.
Tell us specifically about this book right here. It is called Eyes of the Survivor. It's such a great book. I've already started reading some of the chapters. Tell us a little bit about it in your own words.
Uh, it's sad. It's sad. It took a lot. It took a lot. It was more therapeutic than anything for
Mhm.
me. I don't remember my childhood. Um, that's why, I started using the drugs. Me and my father, we never got along. And then at the end, he was an alcoholic. And then he became a renowned counselor, and he's deceased now. And he was helping people in California. It's called West Care. And I don't know if I'm not supposed to use the name, but they made it the wing, Ralph Genovese's wing, which I'm very proud of my father. I just wish to God that he would have been there because we were raised Roman Catholic, strict Roman Catholic. That's in the book where you see the rosary. I mean, I went to catechism. I had my first communion, and as of today, I'm a good girl. I mean, I still go by my ethics, and yeah, I think it's a shame that you got these kids out here today that they have no ethics anymore. And
Mhm.
that's another thing, there's so many different parts of this book that I grasp at, and I'm not a textbook person. This is real. It's not saying, oh, I learned this from a textbook. No, I experienced this. This is stuff I went through personally, telling you don't do it. Don't go through it. It's not worth it. Life's short. Make the best you can make out of life without the drugs and without the other stuff. I mean, it's just, people get high and stuff for various reasons. There's always something that is the reason why people numb themselves because they get high. What do you think getting high is? You numb yourself. You don't want to feel. You want to get away from whatever, brought you to that place in the first place, you know. And that's what I did, ever since I was what, 16, and I'm a good person. I'm a true believer. My faith is very, very, very strong. I believe in God. You know, I think He led me down the path, especially when I was in the penitentiary. I was in it for 4 years, I mean, these women, and I'm a teeny Italian, and these women's, I mean, they can shank you or do whatever, but it's my heart. I just have a genuine heart. I like you, or I'm very intuitive with people. Like I read people's eyes and stuff. It's weird. And I'm basically right the times, that I do that, like me and you. We met each other on, the phone, and I consider you one of my good friends. Not even never met in person. That's why I was telling you, Kate, and I go, you know, interviews and stuff are really good when you get to know that one person. You cannot possibly do an interview and not know somebody that you're talking to. I don't care what anybody says, you can't do it. Because I know you somewhat, I'm sure there's more, to you, but I know the basics about you, where I could sit there and I could be honest, and well, I'm honest anyways. They say I'm non-filtered, which I'm totally non-filtered, you know. Um I just think the book is something I wanted to make a staple in life. I didn't want to be known to be this high person because I was a business major, and I ended up they tried to get me underneath the RICO law, and that was a lot of years. So I brought a Fed cop um, attorney in, and I ended up just doing four flat, where they were trying to get me to do 25 years. And this is a little scary, you know what I'm saying? But um, uh, I'm here today. I thank God for it. It's just me and my dog. I had to put the other one down, and my book is a good book. I mean, pick it up, read it. People, I think, might, because I collaborated the whole front of the book because it was supposed to be, you know, a different book. And I'm like, no, it'll be still on the shelf, which means it's just going to stay there. You know what I mean? And it was Faith Over Fear. So, you know, I mean, you're going to sit back and you're going to go back, you're going to backtrack and say, this girl got a gun in her hand, you know? But this is I mean, this is true stuff. Plus, that's why I got pictures in my book, because it's so far fetched where people will go, yeah, right. She went through this. There ain't no way. Well, yes, there's a way. I had to copyright all that stuff just so they would believe, and I wanted them to believe, and I wanted them to listen, which is really important, instead of thinking, someone BS them. So, that's the book of the survivor. I totally survived my life. I dodged a lot of stuff. I cannot believe. I mean, a cat has nothing over me with 9 years. I mean, I've been shot, everything, raped, shot, the whole works. I mean, beat to death in the hospital, comas, you know. And these women don't need to go through stuff like that. And that's what this book is about. Just trying to empower them. That's why I give out my email. Just give me a call. I'll talk to you. I'll talk to anybody that wants any kind of help. You know. So how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much. And thank you for sharing your story. It must be very hard to come out and do that, but you've done so many interviews, Kathyrn, where you're able to do it in such a great way. And thank you so much for telling people and empowering other women to be able to do that, because I think that is what this world needs, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's why me and my uncle Craig, he's the one from Skinner, and we're gonna have, a podcast called Fight for the People. And what it's gonna be is people's gonna be able to speak their own piece. I mean, I'm buying a radio station, but you know, that's what it's gonna be, because this economy and the way this world is today, it sucks. Someone gotta take control of something, and I think it's the people that have to take control, you know. You know, so
Kathyrn, you're absolutely right. So before we go today, is there anything that I forgot to mention that you would like to mention? Any upcoming projects or anything like that?
no, that's all the other thing I'm gonna be doing, getting that podcast going. I started writing a book. It's The Street, and it's a good book. It'll be longer. It takes me probably will take me like 4 years. Tell you the truth. But no, not really. I mean, I'm living my best life now, for once, you know. I mean, God's good. And, I try to do the best I can do. I wake up every day breathing. So I'm happy about that, you know. And I'm glad that we got this together finally. Because it
For
took
those
us.
that may not know, it took us a few times to get Kathyrn up here, but we got her on the show, and we're super thankful for her patience. And thank you so much again to Kathyrn Genovese for taking the time to come on the Kayden Gordon Show. Today's the best country mix. We definitely appreciate your time and support, and let's do this again real soon.
Oh, we definitely will. Like, we won't keep in contact. You don't have an option. But I love you, Kayden.